Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing a replica 37-foot sport fisher. The first thing you have to do is start with a hard back. That's what I use instead of a water level for these tiny boats. I just measure right off the hard back. Just make sure you leave it at least the entire length of the boat. You really want it to stick past some, so you have plenty of room to measure from. You want something nice for a hard back, not just regular plywood that's warped. Either build something that's double layered or use some of this cardboard centered material. You could probably buy a door or something that would work good, like a cheap trailer door. Alright, I got a hardback. It's time to make some jig material. For your jig material, you just want a bunch of plywood. The thinner the better. You need the plywood pieces to be at least as tall and as wide as your boat is. I'm doing a 37-inch boat, so I need 18 pieces if I'm going to do a jig frame every 2 inches. Alright, we got 18 jig pieces, a stem piece, and a hard back. Now we can start to draw it out and cut it out. Okay, we're here on Word. I'm just giving you a touch up on how I figured the drawing so you're not lost when I'm cutting it out. But you do your widths and your heights on the same scale line. I do 2 inches. This is not my drawing. This is just something I drew in paint. We're in paint right now. But just for number 3 I have here. So number 3, you go up this far, go up here, and then, well, you go over. That's your width. You go up this far, and then you go over this far, and that puts you there. And then for the top, it's the same thing. You go up this far. I got it a little too far. I ain't measuring. I'm on paint, And then you go up this far. And then you just do that with every station, and you'll end up with these points. And you put the same point on the other side. And then you end up with this. The boat I'm doing is 37 inches. So I have 18 of these stations to cut out, plus the keel. I'm using a scroll saw. That's what I recommend. Bandsaws work, but the scroll saw is just so precise. This middle notch is where the keel slides in. You have to mark an inch up from the point that you cut because you're cutting the point out, so you don't know where you have to go back if you don't put the inch mark. It's kind of like homemaking a airplane or boat model kit. It's the same thing they use. It's just drawing it out and cutting out yourself. You just have to make sure your measurements are exact or it won't come out good at all. Even if it's off a tiny amount, it'll look terrible. I ended up starting to use one of them cheap engine mics that you can get to like Harbor Freight or something, the little slide ones, and I just use a pen to mark inside my points. 1/4 inch grid paper also works well. The engine mic also works good for like figuring the tumble home. So for like in this one I had 0.55, which is like just over 1/2 inch in the back. So to take it out, I just go 10 stations, and I take out 0.5 each time. The two numbers, that's what you see. One is the station number, and one is the amount of tumble home in the station. Like that one, you can see it has 0.15, which is 0.15 of an inch. So the next one past that will have 0.10, then 0.5, and 0. This is actually at 900 speed, so you can tell I'm really taking my time on these cuts. With just a few more left after this, you just take all your cutout pieces and you put the jig right down the line that you draw it earlier onto the stem. I drawed them in order, but I'm not cutting them out in order. I just got a stack of wood and I'm going to town. I think it took me an hour and 6 minutes to cut out all 18 of these, plus the stem. It took me longer to draw it, probably 2 or 3 hours to draw it, an hour to cut out the blanks. I think I'm in about 4 hours right now. Alright, it's about time. Time to assemble this shit. An hour straight cutting with a scroll saw. Hey guys, welcome back. I went ahead and threw the jigs in there. So this is pretty much what you end up with. I'm missing a couple. Somehow I lost a couple. But this is what I got because I'm out of time and it's Sunday evening. And I wanted y'all to check it out. That's what the flare is right there. It looks bad with that jig missing, but that's the idea of it. They're hitting pretty good. I missed that one line. You can see I forgot to cut that top. That's why that one looks low. But yeah, it come out pretty good. You see how the knuckle comes around. So this is pretty much where I'm going to end the episode. Like I said, it's Sunday evening. I'm out of time. But I'll be back next week. I'm going to put the Sure band around it and put the knuckle on it so you can see the lines of the boat. Right now you can't really see it very good, but this is where we're at, and thanks for watching. Subscribe to follow the project. This is me signing off, and here's some bonus pictures of my latest ski boat build.